Good day, fine people. It's Nick here in the chair. We're on the ZxSpectrum, and we're going to be looking at a game called Bazooka Bill. No, not BC Bill that we did a few weeks ago with the caveman. This is Bazooka Bill. It's sort of like in modern day times. Well, 1986. This is my Melbourne house at that time, and we got to shoot stuff. It's a sort of like a run and gun. Bazooka Bill has been hired by the Pentagon to rescue General MacArthur. There I am there. This looks a little bit iffy. And you go around shooting stuff. General MacArthur's held by a revolutionary faction. What am I doing here? Who have seized control of some South Pacific island for some reason. Now, it's like a map exploration game. See my energy rapidly going down in the top right there. Apparently there's over 100 screens over 4 levels. The city, Lake Island, Mindino Island and Corregidor Island. And I'm dying really quick here. You can pick up weapons. You see I've picked up a knife there represented in the top left. You will find other ones. And it controls really terrible, this. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this at all. It's very hard to kill everyone and get out of the way because the enemy just keep regenerating. But I'm in the city at the moment and I'm dead. I'm in the city and I'm dead. That's good. Right, we'll have another go. Then if I don't get very far, we'll put the cheat on. But sound is minimal. Graphics are blocky. Doesn't move at all well and looks a bit too difficult. Also, I've said that already. Now, game also come out on the Commodore 64. If you had this game on any system back in the day, let me know. Did you complete it? A bit of a trial and error this because there is a map to be negotiated and there's only sort of like a single route to get to the next stage, which after this is Lake Island. Now I do know at some point we need to steal an airplane as I go up that ladder. Yeah, again, I wouldn't say it's colour clash, but the characters are incredibly see-through. That makes it a little bit tough to see what you're doing. Look at the way my strength goes down massively quick. Weapons at the moment is just my fists. Right, this is new, is it? This game's impossible. There's a gun down there. Or was. I think, yeah. I'm not liking this at all, folks. Possibly because I'm new to it. I've had a brief look at the instructions, but the point of this channel is to see, as a kid, when you steamed into the game without necessarily reading the instructions, would you have gone back to it for a few more goes? Because the ones that you did, i.e. like Commando, Jet Set Willy Attic Attack, are the ones that turned into the classics, and the ones you didn't go back to were the ones instantly forgotten. And I don't remember Bazooka Bill at any sort of like stage. So we'll put a poke in this time, see if we can explore a lot of the stuff. See, there's a knife there heading towards the right, so we'll run into that. Good, right, so I've got the knife, almost. Right, you press fire button and diagonal down, or space, there we go, and you switch to the new weapon. You see along there, there's just like a gun and then a machine gun. So that thing at the end, I suppose, is a bazooka, which you might get later on at a later stage. Right, so we're not losing lives now, so we just need to find our way off this level. So that must be super easy, right? I think I prefer BC Bill much more to Bazooka Bill. The two aren't related. One's a caveman, one's this guy. And this is quite a poor game, I would have to say. It's ambitious, but it is poor. There are worse games out there, but it's not working for me. I'm not feeling an affinity with this. It's just because it's too difficult. There's too many enemies generating. And it's a bit hard to navigate. I think I'm going around in circles now, aren't I? It says Bill was here. It's taking the mickey out of me. So I don't know the way around this. A map would be pretty helpful because it's obvious you need to go to the right bit at the right time. Don't know if there's doors you can go through. Yeah, I wouldn't have played this ever again, I don't think. I would have gone for some other run and gun. Oh dear. 4 levels, 100 screens of getting lost is not fun. You see the screens are starting to repeat a little bit now, which means I'm totally and utterly lost. It's almost time for the You Don't Know What You're Doing song. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. Well, there we go. Yeah, so as a kid, would I have gone back? As I say, well, no. Yes. There'll be another Spectrum game up, today. Time recording, it is the Easter holiday, so I hope you're enjoying that. Yeah, I'm at work today. How did that work out? I don't know. But it's a reduced day, so I'll be able to answer comments a little bit earlier than usual as I shoot this gun around. Unless I can never get off this game, I might be still playing this and never survive. It's not much fun. Music is minimal. Sound effects were sort of like okay, I guess. It's an ambitious game. but it's not quite working at all for me. You might disagree. If you do, put comments in the comment section. That's a good place to put comments. If you do agree with me though, put comments in the comment section. There we go. That's guaranteed some comments, surely. Hooray. Who is General MacArthur anyway? Was he someone famous? I don't know. Right, this game's boring me. I'm just going round in circles here. I wanted to go round in circles. I'd be one of those maypole dancers. Does that still exist? Do people still do that? I don't know. Well, anyway, the game might get better when you get to later levels, perhaps. One of these South Pacific islands, Mindanao Island and Corregidor Island, are they real places? Or have Melbourne House mixed them up? I don't know. Well, so this isn't one of the better games from Melbourne House, I would have to say. Bit frustrating. It would have looked good from the screenshots back in the day, so if you saw it in a magazine as a kid, you could have be convinced that it was a good game. Especially if the reviewer favoured it. It's all a bit random, really. Some games click with you, some games don't. You might have a few games that you quite like, that you owned back in the day with nostalgia, because that's a big plus, and everyone else doesn't think so much. Well, that's okay. That's fine. You just go with what you like, don't go with the rest of the crowd. And hopefully, if you're watching this, it's brought back some memories if you owned it, although I don't particularly like the game, so you can see what's there. But you would have probably got off level 1. You would have known what to do, what stairs to go up to. So, you know, there we go. I'm just wandering around like a twit, really. But 8-bit gaming, it is my favourite gaming era. This one, 1986. What was you up to in 1986? Well, I was quite young, and I think I was just about at senior school at that point. So, you know, come home, no internet, of course. I should do my homework. Actually, I would have done my homework rather than play this. Hooray. 86. I think I was just barely at secondary school. There we go. Excellent stuff. Now, this channel's mainly watched by people in the UK. That's what the stats say. About 50%, and then it's made up from people elsewhere. I think the second biggest one is USA with about 6%. So hello to you. I don't know how big the spectrum was in the USA. And then we got a spattering around Europe. Holland is another big one. So hooray, hello. If you're from a different country, then comment below, and I will say hello to you. Hope things are going well. Different time zones, but yeah, on this round Earth, which definitely is not flat, as we know. There we go. I did get a bit of hassle a few years back, about a year back, when I did a video about the Earth is not flat. There's some people that are convinced that it is flat, despite all the evidence to the contrary. Well, you know, it's a bit like a religion. I'm not going to insult someone's religion then, so whatever you think, although it is ridiculously stupid. Bazooka, and Bill would not agree that the Earth is flat, I don't think. It doesn't say anything about it in the instructions, but I haven't read all of them. Nick, you've gone off onto one again. Yeah, well, I tend to do so. And I'm not really progressing anywhere in this, am I? Might be time to turn the cheat off in a minute and just go for my own powers. Every enemy seems to be hooded. I would have preferred this to be a bit more linear, so you couldn't get lost. And then an end of level boss. What's wrong with that? That's a tried and tested formula. This, you can just get lost. It's ungainly of where you're going. You know, there's 2 levels, the bottom level and the upper level. Perhaps you need to go through the screen a certain number of times, or up there. If you know, let me know. But it's just ladders going up between the 2. It would have been quite difficult to complete this back in the day as a kid, unless you had a magazine telling you completely what to do. Map is essential. But yeah, I'm not making any progress in this whatsoever, am I really? We'll see if anything happens for about a minute or so, and then we'll get out of here. There are better... Would you call this a run and gun? I suppose it's like a platform mixed with a run and gun, isn't it? A 2D horizontal scroller. Tell you one thing about the 8-bit era, you did get the variety that you don't get nowadays. I suppose you might get it to a small degree on free apps in the App Store, where they don't have to make too much money, because I don't know, in-app purchases, I suppose, and advertising there. Nowadays, with the modern-day consoles, they're all sort of like clones of the same game each year, aren't they, really? Because millions of pounds is going into their development, and they can't afford to lose. So taking a risk is too much, and if they invented a game like this, it would not have sold. Arguably. Who knows where the market's going? Sometimes there are shock winners. You can just never tell. Right. How much progress have I made in this game since I started it? I think the answer to that is absolutely none. That sign Bill was here is actually talking to me. It's pretty much saying, Nicky, you're going round in circles. Have you noticed I have turned off the poke? The energy is going down gradually. Yeah, it is. Just double check that because I don't want to be here for hours. So death seems like it's going to be quite imminent. Bazooka Bill. What other Bill games there are? There might be Wild Bill, is there? Not sure about that. But yeah, BC Bill wins for me. That's quite a basic un-PC game. Check that review out if you haven't already. What is going on in this game? You know, game over, and thank goodness for that. So not the worst game in the world, but it's terribly, terribly frustrating. So hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Bazooka Bill, published by Melbourne House in 1986 on the ZX Spectrum. Got any comments about this game, similar games, or anything retro, then please put that below. You're always more than welcome. Do like reading your comments. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.